Welcome to day 447 of our DSO journey. I'm Ed Krasenstein, here with my twin brother Brian, and we have a very, 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 very special guest today, my 8-year-old son. How's it going, buddy?
Good.
So, we have a lot to talk about today, and my son's going to talk about some of this stuff. The Fed rate, we talked about that yesterday. First, I want to just say these videos are sponsored by NFT Tech. They are an investor in DSOFi. I almost forgot that today, Brian. So, the Fed funds rate, we talked about this a little bit yesterday and how it was going to affect not only the stock market but also the crypto market. And we were wondering, was it going to be a 50 basis point increase, a 75 point increase, or a 100 basis point increase? And it ended up they raised it by 75 basis points, which is 0.75%. And it seems like the market kind of liked this. They liked the idea that they raised it by significantly more.
Initially.
Yeah, initially at least. And now it's kind of reacting a little bit differently. Crypto's kind of reacted positively, and they're still up over what they were before the announcement was made. The Fed also said that so right now with the 75 basis point increase, we're up to an interest rate of 1.75%. And the Fed said that they're looking to at a target of about 3 to 3.5% by the year's end. So that's another 1.25 to 1.75% increase, and 3.5 to 4% next year. But they don't think this is going to affect unemployment too much. They think they can still maintain an unemployment level of around 4%, maybe slightly above, slightly below. But I think all in all, the crypto markets, are a little bit relieved of this.
A little bit, barely. They're not up much. They were up earlier last night, but yeah, we'll see. But we're done with all the boring stuff. Let's get to the exciting stuff. And yesterday, Natter put out a video and a corresponding document, basically detailing everything that's coming to DSO, and it's a lot. I'm glad he did this. He went really into detail. He addressed a lot of the concerns that a lot of people have. But let's just get started. Feel free to chime in anytime you want, Ed, if there's anything you want to talk about, because there's a lot. It's a laundry list. They're close to hiring a COO, a chief operating officer, to help scale the non-technical side of DSO. And this should be happening, I'm guessing, in the next few months. Once a COO is hired, that's when they want to really take things up a notch. Natter said, a DSO website design is coming. They purchased DSO.com. We knew somebody bought DSO.com. It was actually Natter and the core team. So they own DSO.com. Once the updated website is ready, they're going to redirect everything to DSO.com, I believe.
That's surprising. Like I didn't know that they got DSO.com. I know there's talks about maybe looking into it, but we didn't hear that they purchased it. So that's interesting. I think it's good. I wonder what they paid for it.
Yeah, it's a good point. Also, you will soon be able to bid on NFTs with any DAO coin, also with USD. So that's kind of interesting. So if you own a DAO coin, you can buy an NFT with that DAO coin. Something to really
So
consider
it's
when
kind
you.
of like trading. Like you can now trade DAO tokens, ownership in DAOs for
Yeah.
NFTs. I wonder if this means that one day we'll be able to trade NFTs directly, like have a trade function.
Yeah, I mean that's possible as well. But you could basically trade a DAO coin for a Natterhead if you wanted. So
Yeah, or
it'd be
any DAO
interesting to see
coin.
how they roll
Like you
that
could
out.
trade a Supernova's DAO coin for an NFT.
Yeah. So they're also finalizing the design for proof of stake. They're getting feedback from some of the brightest people within the crypto space, and they're soon going to publish the proof of stake proposal. Natter said that the proof of stake framework will have many state-of-the-art twists that will push the entire blockchain industry forward. So that's something to look forward to. Another big thing, MetaMask integration is coming in the next couple of weeks, Natter said. So this should be big because it's going to allow you to integrate with the Ethereum blockchain. You can bring over your assets. You can buy stuff with MetaMask. So really cool. Looking forward to that. I think that's going to be big.
Yeah, like I'm a fan of MetaMask. I think that has so much potential to bring people onto DSO. Imagine not having to create a DSO account. Imagine coming onto apps such as NFTZ and just being able to click sign up using your MetaMask, and it automatically creates an account for you, and you can start buying NFTs or interacting with NFTs using just your MetaMask without having to go through the whole DSO identity sign up.
Yeah. So also, whenever you post, you'll soon be able to have your audience opt into email notifications. That's going to be interesting. I know some people aren't going to want to use their email, but there will be plenty who do, and it's going to be a great way to kind of stay in touch with people that are following you.
Yeah, and Natter said that the emails will be encrypted, so like when you sign up, they'll be sent to the person you're following in an encrypted way, so that you don't have to worry about somebody stealing your email address or something like that.
Yeah. They're also adding a USDC bridge to DSO, which would allow for primary sales on DAO to use USD. That's big. I think that can really open things up. They're seeking to move forward with a medium style competitor on DSO. So we know there's already Zircles. There's other platforms as well. They said that they may actually work with one of the platforms that are already out there rather than building their own, which I think makes sense, especially if all this work's been put into some of these. But that's big. I'm looking forward to that as well. Uh,
Yeah, I'm hoping they work with Zircles or another platform that's already out there. I mean, why create something new if there's developers who have been working super hard to create something already?
yeah, definitely. A DAO coin gated access. I'm sorry. DAO coin gated access is coming to DAO. It's going to be kind of like Discord, and it will be able to be used by other platforms as well. I'm assuming. Just how they're going to do this, it appears they're working with DSO Messenger, and that's likely the roadmap that they have in front of them is work with DSO Messenger to roll this out. And I think it's probably coming pretty soon. Group chats are important. It's something that everybody needs if they're going to move away from Discord for sure. Uh, where they expect to see a lot of activity from the DAO pipeline efforts in the next couple of months, including PokeDAO. So we're going to talk a lot about PokeDAO. That's why Ed's son is
I have
here
an
with us.
expert, and there's an
He's a
expert guest here to talk about PokeDAO.
Pokemon
You're a big
Pokemon expert is
you're a
here. So
big
we'll talk
Pokemon
about
fan,
that
right?
soon.
Yes.
But there's a lot of activity boiling under the scenes with DAO. They're working with a lot of people. They have plans to roll out their own DAOs, plans to kind of market things better. I think we're going to be seeing a lot over the next few months.
Yeah, it only takes one DAO to go viral to make DAO, increase in activity and DSO as well.
Yeah, you keep flickering in and out there, Ed. You're kind of something's with your phone. You might want to check that connection. But moving on as Ed plays with his phone, uh, where they also talked a little bit about what they're doing with other DAOs. And Nader said he's talking to Creative Artist Agency. It's actually an agency working with film artists and all of that. And they're considering a media DAO, which also would be pretty interesting. They're also considering a game DAO where you could launch a demo of a game or a concept of a game, raise money, make the game, and then distribute those funds back to the DAO holders. That's another concept they had. They're working on legal framework for anyone who wants to use their traditional business structure with a DAO fundraise. So I know this is a concern. A lot of businesses, they're like, do I start raising money on DAO? Could that screw things up if we seek funding from venture capitalists later? I think that's definitely something we need, and having a legal framework that I think could be big and entice the businesses to come in. Uh, they also have a lot of big plans regarding marketing, business development, partnerships. But like I said earlier, they're waiting for that COO to be hired, and hopefully it's somebody that really has a lot of experience and can help push that forward. And also waiting for the DSO main page to be updated, which is coming soon. Coin splits are still coming. It's likely going to be 1 to 100, meaning right now DSO will be trading at about 8 cents or so, but it's not going to be here for several months. Associations are still coming. So is this verification by association said? Do you
I
know?
believe so. I think it was talked about as verifications by association. So it will be an on-chain mechanism to kind of associate yourself with other people in order to verify them. And it's something we've been talking about with DISO for, I mean, probably almost a year now.
Yeah. Also, blocking of users will actually be on chain eventually. They're working on that. And on chain emojis and reactions, they're coming. That's really interesting too. So that pretty much rounds it out. Lots coming, lots to look forward to. I know things are slow. I know that daily active users are down, but there's a lot to be excited about too.
Yeah, so PokeDAO, I want to talk a lot about PokeDAO today because I think it's one of the DAOs that have the chance to really make DAO go viral. And basically what PokeDAO will do is it's going to raise money, it's going to buy Pokemon cards, it's going to mint those cards as NFTs, and then send the physical card to the winner of the auction, and then just repeat it all over again. But there's a few steps in between. So they're basically going to buy Pokemon cards. That Natter said that they're going to buy one of each of the original 150 Pokemon first edition from the first edition base set, starting with Weedle number 69 and working their way up to the coveted Charizard. You know all about Charizard, right?
Yeah, I actually have 3.
Yeah, so he has 3 Charizards. You want to show them? Show them to the camera.
Okay.
So, so basically, they're gonna buy these cards, send them in to get graded.
Well,
and then
that's a good one.
They're gonna take those graded cards, mint NFTs that essentially verify that that card is really a graded card, and then sell them. And the buyer doesn't have to have the card shipped to him. He or her could actually resell the NFT, which would include ownership of the physical card. So it could just remain in possession of PokeDAO. The card could be sold a dozen times, and then maybe someday somebody says, okay, I want it sent to me. Or, maybe the first person who buys it wants it sent to them. I don't know. But it's a new form of verification, which I think can really, really work. The winner of the NFT can, it's up to them if they want the physical card or not. And so the sale proceeds of all the cards that are bought, graded, and then resold in auction will go to the DAO holders, or it can also be voted to go into buying more cards. I think it can really make DISO a dominant place to transact collectible items, so it doesn't just have to be PokeDAO or Pokemon cards. It could be a baseball card DAO or football card DAO, painting DAO. There's a lot of different things that can be done with this. Natter said that every time the NFT changes hands, the DAO earns a royalty and subsequent sales afterwards. If we keep repeating this step, we can make DISO NFTs the dominant place to transact for all collectible items. So why are they doing this? As somebody like my son here knows, Pokemon cards are frequently forged and counterfeited, right?
Yes.
Have you ever received a counterfeit Pokemon card?
Many.
Yeah, so my son here trades with his friends. Like, he goes to the store, buys some cards, opens packs, and sometimes you get fake cards when you're trading. And it's not just like one in every 10,000 cards you trade for is a fake. It's more like maybe one in every 30 cards, right?
Yeah.
How many fake cards have you received?
Well, I actually still have a lot of them down there, possibly.
Talking to the mic, buddy.
I've probably received about maybe like 9.
9 fake
Do you
cards.
have any of these in your possession still, Pierce?
It's
Yeah.
hard. It's hard to tell. Like, even the ones you have that you think are real,
Should I call the Pokemon police?
What?
Call the Pokemon police. So it's really hard to tell. Like, even some of the ones that he has in his possession, he doesn't know if they are legitimate cards or if they're fakes. And it's really hard to tell. You can search online and try and match it up with a picture online, but they have holograms and different holograms, and it's really hard to tell unless you get it graded. But there's also a problem with getting cards graded. And that problem is forgers and counterfeiters are now counterfeiting the slabs. So, PSA and BGS, Beckett Grading Card Service, are the 2 main graders who grade cards. And people are actually replicating the graded card slabs and what a graded card looks like, and they're copying the serial numbers from other cards that they see online, so that when somebody goes to look that card up, it says like, yeah, this is a Charizard first edition, we confirm this is legitimate, but that serial number might have just been taken from another Charizard first edition. And so what Natter and PokeDAO hopes to do is that they really hope to, fix this problem by taking the graded cards and creating an NFT so everybody can see that this card was PSA graded by PokeDAO. And even if it's sold 1,000 times, you can go back on the blockchain and see every sale that traces back to the original grading by PokeDAO. So don't you think that could be a solution? Like if you tied an NFT to a graded card so you know for sure that it's legitimate?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I think that's really a really cool solution.
Well,
So what's your favorite Pokemon card?
Probably first edition Shadowless Charizard.
You don't have that one, do you?
No.
It's a really cool card though. How much is that worth?
It's like 60,000. Sometimes it can even get up to like 400,000.
Depending on if it's graded or not. So, if you get a PSA 10 or a BGS 9.5, it might be worth, over $100,000. And then if you add an NFT token to it that confirms that it was graded, who knows how valuable that could be, right?
Yeah. And yeah.
Like, are you excited about PokeDAO? I kind of told you about it, right?
Yeah.
Seems pretty interesting. Should Daddy buy some DAO tokens in it? Yeah.
What
So,
about Uncle Brian? You want Uncle Brian to buy some too?
Yeah. I would like a Shadowless Charizard.
Shadowless Charizard is pretty cool. Maybe we can do that with PokeDAO. So basically, the DAO is going to make money through royalties. So every secondary sale, every sale thereafter, the PokeDAO could take a percentage, whether it's 1%, 2%, 5%. I don't know. The DAO would have to decide that, but they'll generate royalties that way. And ultimately, what Natter said is that eventually, other people could send their Pokemon cards into PokeDAO, have them graded, have them marked with an NFT, tokenized with an NFT, and then resell them on DAO or an NFT marketplace that's on DeSo like NFTZ.
And I just want to say, like, this could be for any collectible. Actually, I mean, PokeDAO could just be the start. I mean, I could see people doing this with baseball cards and sports cards. The sports card, especially the graded sports card market, is on fire right now. And if you offer this service where you can actually turn it into an NFT, track a resale, and even have them hold the actual physical card for you so you don't have to worry about it getting damaged or lost or whatever, I think that's powerful.
Yeah, it really is. And so what Natter wants to do is he wants to hopefully team with one of the big, there's these big influencers who break open boxes of Pokemon cards on YouTube, like Logan Paul and Leonhardt. You're a big fan of Leonhardt, right?
Yeah.
He's obsessed with Leonhardt. He watches him like every night before bed. He basically buys these super rare boxes of packs of Pokemon cards and opens them live on his show, and then he sends them in to get graded. Sometimes he gives the cards away. So if Natter could team with somebody like Leonhardt to, unbox a box, and then those cards get sent to be graded through PokeDAO, I mean, I think that would be huge. It could really make PokeDAO go viral.
Yeah, I think that like I was saying to you earlier, if this was actually like a startup, I think they'd have VCs jumping all over it just because it's involving NFTs and future technologies, and it's actually a really solid business idea.
Yeah, and finally, Natter mentioned this idea of fractionalization of super rare, super valuable Pokemon cards. So what could happen is a DAO could be formed to buy a separate DAO, separate from PokeDAO, could be formed to buy one card. And maybe that DAO says, okay, I'm going to buy a Shadowless?
First edition Shadowless Charizard.
First edition Shadowless Charizard. And they raise, how much money does it cost?
I think that one of them actually sold for $400,000.
Raises $400,000 to buy a first edition Shadowless Charizard.
I'm not sure if it was.
And all the DAO holders, maybe let's say there's 500 DAO holders, or let's say there's 1,000 DAO holders. They spend $400 a piece to buy a DAO token. They could all be contributing to buy this card, and they all get 1/1000th of ownership in this card. So if they resell that card, they'll get make the profits, and they can say they own a first edition Shadowless Charizard. So you could actually, put $100 in to a DAO that buys a card, and you'll own part of that card. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
So that's DAO. I mean, that's PokeDAO and what they plan to do. Whether it's successful or not, I don't know, but I think it has a ton of potential to really go viral and bring more DAOs and more people onto the DeSo blockchain.
Yeah, it's funny because our first business we started when we were like 14 or 15 in 1995. We were selling baseball cards on Prodigy, and Prodigy was like a kind of like AOL, but before AOL. And we were obsessed with sports cards, baseball cards in particular. In fact, we held some of them. I still have some of them today. But like this resonates so well with us because we know how the sports card market is, and the Pokemon card market is the same. How hot it is and how exciting and fun it is to collect these things. To bringing them onto the NFT space, I think just adds a whole other dimension to things.
Yeah, definitely. It's gonna be exciting to see how it all unfolds. So let's move on. The DeSo Community DAO has made some revisions to their first proposal on voting. Um, so now that proposal says all DAO members get voting power proportionate to the number of tokens they hold. All proposals require a DAO vote. Anyone holding 0.01% of the total supply of DAO tokens in DeSo Community DAO can make a proposal for the DAO. Proposals can be put to a vote. Proposals put to a vote must be reviewed by the legal and ethics team before the operations team conducts the vote. To pass, a proposal needs 12 members, or approximately 25% of members voting, the greater of the two, of course. Majority is going to win. Ties are going to be revoted on. Proposals that pass are effective immediately unless effective date was on a proposal. And so I love how they're, creating these rules, innovating upon the rules. And it's so far, I think the DeSo Community DAO has a lot of potential to kind of be behind the community and kind of help drive the community forward. So far, I'll just mention the members who are in the DAO: Darian Parrish, Goldberry, Mr. Triplet, Tyne, Grace Baseme, One Dolinsky, Daniel Wilson, Sandy Rose, Darisha Vyar, Krasenstein, which is us, Malsified, he's a core team member, Randier, Gabby, Stargazer, William Laurent, Daniel Wilson, and Michelle Lore. So I like what they're doing. I think there's a lot of potential there. We'll see how it all evolves.
Yeah, so if you own 1/10,000th of the DAO, you get to make a proposal. So that's interesting. It definitely democratizes things in a good way, in my opinion. Uh,
Yeah, for sure.
but moving on, Everything Store, they posted a teaser video yesterday, and they're gonna implement a new feature which allows you to pay in any currency, crypto, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Cardano, DeSo, etc. That's coming soon. It's Everything Store, of course, was a Octane funded company. It's founded by Anurag Kona. I'm sorry, I probably totally butchered that. We
We met
actually
him in
met him in
LA. We had a
LA.
chance to hang out with him quite a bit in LA. How
Yeah,
dare you mess
he's a
up his
funny
name?
guy. It was really a pleasure talking to him. But yeah, Everything Store doing some big things.
Yeah, it's exciting. I love what he's doing, and I love what Everything Store is doing. You can buy a lot of stuff. I think Natter bought an iPhone on there, didn't he?
I think he did. So top hashtags yesterday, they were Bitcoin. This is thanks to Open Prosper, of course. Bitcoin, Web3, NFT, DeSo, and crypto. So all ones we've seen before. The crypto market is all over the place. So I think we're seeing a lot of crypto related hashtags for sure.
Yeah, so
And
so
then,
what were the top diamonded creators?
yeah, over the last 24 hours, thanks to Altonbase, the top diamond creators on DeSo were Stargazer, followed by Krasenstein, followed by Hunt Sauce, Now and Then, Happy Rabbit, Striga, Yuchi, Mashalin, Gake, and Lil Lover. So congrats to all of those. DeSo users,
Congratulations.
keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, and there's one person I want to welcome back. She had been gone for 43 days, but came back to make a post. She actually posted a meme. Is Veronica Rajak. She's a swimsuit and lingerie model. She has 1.3 million Instagram followers. So she came back after being gone for 43 days. Welcome back. We hope you stick around, Veronica. And I think that's all of the news that we have for today. I'm excited about some of the things that Natter put out yesterday. And everybody have a good day. You want to say bye, Bye, buddy?
Bye.
All right, have a great day, everyone. Talk to you later.